Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be my nighttime routine with baby. So I've gotten a lot of requests for this video, and specifically to talk about how I got my baby to sleep in his crib and sleep through the night. So we're gonna cover all of that in today's video. Additionally, today's video is super exciting because it's a collab with one of my YouTube friends here that I'm so excited to be doing. So today's video is a collab with Wonderfully Allie. She's an awesome girl that I've met here through YouTube, and we've been talking a lot lately about mom life, our babies. She has a son who's about 2 months old. So we're going through a lot of the same things in life right now. Plus she has another son as well who's a few years old too. So this is actually her second baby. So it's really fun to see life through her eyes as a second-time mom as well. I will have her video and her channel linked down below. She's awesome. Definitely check her out. Her channel is super cool because she's actually a flight attendant. So she talks a lot about work-life balance. And when she goes back to work after maternity leave, she'll be talking a lot more about her life as a flight attendant too. But there's some awesome vlogs about her life as a flight attendant already on her channel as well. Plus, she just launched a new series about exclusively pumping, which I think is really cool because I know a lot of you guys are doing your research on breastfeeding and watching my videos because of that reason, and she's got this whole other perspective to share with you guys too. So I would definitely recommend checking out that series as well because she's already been through the whole breastfeeding journey once before, and she has decided to exclusively pump this time because that's what's best for her and her baby. I think that's just an awesome, really fresh perspective and something I'm definitely interested in, and I know a lot of you guys are interested in pumping too, so make sure to check out those videos on her channel as well. So for our collab today, we're both doing nighttime routines. Like I said, she has 2 kids, so hers may be a little bit different. She has an older son to put down as well, and for me, it's just about my 3-month-old baby. He's about 3.5 months old now. So today's video is just gonna show our typical nighttime routine in our house with just 1 baby. Along those same lines, if you're new to my channel and this is your first time here and you came over from Allie's channel, then I just wanna say welcome. My name's Olivia. I live in SoCal, which is actually where Allie used to live, where she's originally from. Something else we have in common. But I live in SoCal with my husband, our 2 fur babies, our new baby boy whose name is Christian, and like I said, he's 3.5 months old. So I make videos on mom life, fashion, beauty, lifestyle, fitness now, like a little bit of everything, but fashion, fitness, and mom life I feel like are my 3 biggest passions. So those are the type of videos you'll find here on my channel. I hope you enjoy this nighttime routine. I hope you'll subscribe so I could have you join my YouTube family and follow me along and my baby along on all the adventures to come. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the nighttime routine. So before I show clips of what we're actually going to do tonight to put Christian down for bed, I did want to talk about how we got him in the habit of sleeping in his crib and sleeping through the night, because that's a question I get a lot. So my son is 14 weeks now, and he has slept in his crib ever since he was 7 weeks old. So for those first initial 7 weeks, he was either sleeping in the bassinet or he was sleeping with us. But he actually just didn't love it. We decided to transfer him to his crib around 7 weeks because we knew we wanted him in his crib. We felt like none of us were getting a whole lot of sleep. Like my husband and I were waking up from him making his noises, and I think he was making his noises and not being able to sleep because my husband and I and the dogs were in the bed as well. So it just was kind of like a full house for us. So the method that we used for getting him to sleep in his crib is called the Ferber Method, or the crying it out method, or crying it out, the crying method, things like that. Essentially, you're putting them in the crib and you're teaching them how to self-soothe themselves to sleep so that they don't have the need for like nursing to fall asleep or a pacifier to fall asleep or anything like that. Like you're teaching him or your baby to fall asleep on their own and soothe themselves back to sleep should they wake up. Now, this method is not for everybody because you do hear your baby cry and you have to kind of let them cry for a few minutes until they learn how to self-soothe. But this is just the method that our pediatrician suggested to us. This is like, we went with step-by-step instructions that she gave us, and she gave us these instructions when he was actually 4 weeks old and told us to start implementing these things at a month, and we just like procrastinated until he was 7 weeks old. So this is just what our doctor suggested, and it happened to work really well for us as well. So what we would do is we would make sure to put him down awake but drowsy. So I wouldn't want to nurse him to sleep or have him fall asleep while I'm nursing him and then put him down, because then he would get in the habit of needing that breast to fall asleep. So I would feed him, we would give him a final night's feeding, and then when he's awake but still really sleepy, we'd put him down in his bed. We would like kiss him goodnight, like, you know, comfort him a little bit, and then leave the room, turn the lights off, make it seem very like, you know, nighttime, make it very clear that this is bedtime for him. And if he cried, if he got fussy, which he did, then we would let him cry for about 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes we would go check on him. We would not pick him up. Our doctor said it's important not to pick him up because you don't want to disturb that feeling of going to bed. So we would still leave him in his crib, but just kind of lean over, like maybe put my hand on his chest, rub his cheek, grab his hands, like let him know we're here and comfort him, and then we'd leave the room again. And if he kept crying, we would continue that cycle every 10 minutes until he eventually soothed himself to sleep. And when we decided to instill this method, it took us a whole weekend to kind of break the habit and get him comfortable enough soothing himself to sleep, which is not very long. Like from other parents I've talked to, 1 weekend of hard work is like nothing. So we decided on a Friday. He was super cranky. He like was not getting good sleep in our room, and so we decided on a Friday, like, you know what, we're just gonna sleep train him this weekend. We're gonna dedicate this weekend to sleep training him. We did it Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, and by Monday he was good, and he was fine Monday night on his own. He didn't fuss. The first night he cried for about an hour. It took about an hour of me going in every 10 minutes to check on him for him to fall asleep. The second night it was about like 45 minutes. The third night it was even less, and then by the fourth night it didn't take that crying time at all. He didn't cry at all. Now when we put him down to sleep, we'll put him down drowsy but awake, and he doesn't fuss at all. Like every night at 8 p.m., 7:45-ish, he's good to go. He's ready for bed. He starts to get cranky. We feed him one more time. We put him in his crib, and he's good. That's kind of our routine. So I think it's a combination of, one, that's just what works for him. He's a more independent baby. He kind of lets us know when he's tired. And two, we did dedicate that time to kind of sleep training him pretty early on. So ever since 7 weeks, he has slept in his crib. And then around 10 weeks or so, he started sleeping through the night. And I didn't really do anything specifically fancy for that. He just kind of started stretching things out. Now he's actually going through a little bit of a regression. I think he's going through a growth spurt. So he does still wake up one time in the night now. Like I said, he's 14 weeks, and for the last week or so, he's been waking up once around 4 a.m. That's just to eat, and then he goes back to sleep, and he has no problem falling back to sleep because he knows how to soothe himself to sleep. So that's a question I get a lot too, is like, after I feed him in the middle of the night, how does he get back to sleep? How long does it take for him to fall asleep? And it doesn't, like, I mean, he goes right back to bed. It's not an issue for us. And like I said, I think that's partially just his like behavior, his demeanor, and partially because we sleep trained him early on. But for a while there, he was sleeping all the way through the night, and let me tell you guys, it was fantastic. I would put him down at like 8 p.m. He would wake up at 6 a.m., not wake up at all throughout the night. It was crazy, and I can't wait till it comes back. But for now, he's back on waking up about once a night. So that's all I wanted to cover as far as how we got him to sleep in the bed, in his crib, and sleep through the night as well. If you have any additional questions, make sure to leave them in a comment down below, and I'll be happy to answer. I could also do another video on that too if you think there's enough content or any additional stuff you would like me to cover that's not in today's video. But I just wanted to make sure I touched on that and kind of explained it face to face, because it's a little easier to talk through, and I can't really demonstrate it now that we're not sleep training him any longer. But now I'll show you what we're going to do tonight to get him to go to bed. Alright, so our evening routine typically starts around now. So it's 6 p.m. now, and I'm just waiting for my husband to get home from work. Sorry, the girls are a little large and in charge right now, but it's 6 p.m. now, and I'm just waiting for my husband to get home from work, and then when he gets home, he's actually gonna pick up some takeout on the way home. We typically will have dinner and then let the baby play while we're having dinner, and I will either cook or we'll get something to go. Today we're just doing something easy and getting it to go because it's one of those days. So we're getting Mexican to go because it's Taco Tuesday, and so I'm just waiting for him to get back and then playing with this little bub in the meantime. And when he gets back, we'll move on to the rest of our night. So we're just playing a little bit, huh, Bub? Huh, Bub? We're just playing. Look at that face of concentration. And his little feet. It's my taco salad.
I'll just share that with you.
Your daddy's home.
My man. Yeah! Good job, dude! Good job!
So now Dad's gonna play with him while I eat dinner. I just took the dogs outside and I have this big old taco salad, which does not look super healthy, but technically it's still a salad, so technically it's still healthy, right? Bubba's ready to eat. I interrupt this nighttime routine for breastfeeding break. It is amazing how much of my day is spent breastfeeding. But, so that's what we're doing now. It's dinner time for little man. So we just got back from our walk. I don't know why I'm standing in a room that's totally dark, but I am. And he fell asleep on our walk, so normally if he wouldn't have fallen asleep, we may give him a bath and then put him down for bed. But he's sleeping, and it is 8 o'clock now, so it's just about his bedtime. I am still doing some of his laundry from earlier, so we don't have clean sheets for his bed right now. So while those are drying in the dryer, we're just gonna put him in his swing and hope he doesn't wake up. And if he does, then we'll see how we go about the night. But for now, we're just gonna put him in his swing and see how he does until his sheets are dry. Look.
Smiling, but he's not used to the light.
You're sleepy, Bob. Hi. Hi. Oh. I'm gonna change him. Feed him one more time. Let's see if we can get you to sleep through the night today, bud.
What's up, dude?
He's so sleepy. Oh my god, sorry, that scared me.
You scared him. Look at his eyes.
Oh my god. Scared me, bud. I don't trust you. Okay, I guess I should.
What's going on with you?
You are grumpy since we woke you up. Alright, bud. Alright, bud. Here we go. And he's on.
You did it.
Bless you. Oh, that woke him up.
He's very confused.
Oh, buddy.
I'm your dear old dad.
I didn't mean to laugh at you, bud.